Oh, this gonna be a good one. Hey man, look at this, bro. Black people are slaves to their minds, not enslaved to the white man. Woo! I already know somebody already clicked off. I get it, I understand. But hear me out on this, man. Black people are not are slaves to their minds, not slave to the white man. The white men don't even care no more. So, some white men nowadays are so weak that they appease to the black thing. You know what I'm saying? First people will say, "Oh, you're black. Can you believe this?" No, I don't really sit here and identify with being black. I get it. I'm black as the ace of spades, my skin color, but that's my skin color. What about my character and what's right? That's totally different from any skin color living on this world today. Like, I don't live through my skin color. That is absolutely ridiculous to live through your skin color. It makes no sense. No, you want to live through rightness, through let's just say the moral thing. You want to live through right. You want to live through character and responsibility. Those things are what you live with. That's what makes you a real person. Not me being black. It's like, it's just a byproduct of how we get born into this world. We're people have skin colors, okay, but that has nothing to do with your entire life at all. You know, most black people, they talk about slavery and all this other stuff. Most people nowadays, this new generation that talks about slavery, really don't know what happened in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody really looks up stuff. They only listen to what other people say, and they live off that. Slavery was everywhere. Black people had slaves. White folks had slaves. Indians had slaves. The Arabs had slaves. Everybody had slaves. Go look it up. Everybody had slaves. Oh, no. Man, there are, that's what they say. Oh, no, man. No, it's only, no, bro. Black folks had slaves. There were black plantation owners. You think about that one. Oh, you think it's only the white man? No, there were many people like that back then. Many people like that back then that had black folks, that had other blacks work in the fields and do what they do. That's real. That's real. But we just been lied to by this. You know, realistically, the Democratic Party, your damn mom, your damn weak ass, your weak ass dad, telling you about, oh yeah, my grandma, we went through this. Your grandma went through that. She probably had to go through that stuff, but you didn't go through that. You don't even know what slavery even looks like if you've seen it today. It's ridiculous. Most people are just ridiculous nowadays. Absolutely ridiculous, especially this generation. You got little kids nowadays. Oh man, slavery. Man, little boy, you don't even know, man. You don't know nothing. You never even seen it before. But people hold that because, oh, their grandma went through this and they grandpa went through this. I get it. It's understandable. That's how life was. But that's just how life was back then. I don't know why. I don't hold that as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's what I live by. No, bro. I was born in 2000. Life was free back then, man. I'm doing whatever I do. You know what I'm saying? But back then, the people, they had to go through that. Whatever. You know. I don't know. That's just how life was, but it has nothing to do with me. You feel what I'm saying? My life is the way that I am right now because of those things that happened. Cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying what happened back then was right or wrong. What life was back then was just life. It has nothing to do with right now at all. You know what I'm saying? But the real thing about like black people being enslaved with their minds, not to the white man, is everything that they go through and all this stuff. It's all happening within here. Think about it. The white man, I've met so many white men in my life, bro. I'm only 24, bro. I've met so many. So many. I can walk into an establishment or a job thinking that, oh, they think me this way, but whole reality, he thinking about the next pizza box he finna devour, or he thinking about the next girl that he finna bring home. Like, people really don't care about that. Like, really, in real reality, people really don't care. Maybe on social media and all this bull crap you see on social media, then yeah, people care more about that. But like, realistically, that stuff really isn't a thing. It really isn't. Like, honestly, they like, it's not a thing. Like, everything I hear about, like, that white supremacy, all that other stuff, I hear that only on social media. I don't hear that anywhere, like in real life when I'm dealing with real people and stuff. Maybe you see like a few crazy folks around here, but in real reality, bro, I just don't see that. You know, I really don't see that at all whatsoever. I'm trying to see what y'all see, but I don't see it. You know, and like, it's just ridiculous to have that type of mindset, you know. But I understand it because people are lost. They want identity, and they just picked the wrong one. They picked the wrong one, you know. Yeah, my phone died. But yeah, so basically, this is my thing about what I was about to say is that imagine that your mother and your father, I'm just talking about black folks right now, your mother and your father were in the home together, and they were guided by God and his love, and through them, they taught you that to live and grow and do your own thing. Would there be a problem? Would there be a problem that you have this white supremacy crap and all this other bullshit that you think of within your mind? Would you have that? If you were guided right, you know? I honestly, 100%, without a doubt, I could put all my damn money on it right now. You wouldn't have that problem whatsoever. Whatsoever, because you're guided by truth. You're guided by light. So there wouldn't be a problem in this world at all if you were guided that way, because that's where all the problems start, is within the homes. If the home is broken, that's the first people you meet. That's the first interactions that you learn from people. You learn right and wrong from your parents, and they're not teaching you right, then you're gonna pick from the world, and for wherever the world gives you, you're gonna take on that. And the world is evil. The world is evil, living through human beings. But that is the problem with most black people. They're enslaved to their freaking minds because they haven't lived that true life. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since like that civil rights bullcrap that happened, it literally took the man out of the home, broke the whole family up. The welfare bullshit came in. And then now you have a broken home. The man is out of the house, so the man can't guide the boy or the daughter the right way. You have to lean on the evil mom to raise a whole family, to raise a man. That's literally why that happened. That's literally why children, well, most black, I'm just talking about blacks right now. That is literally why black people are not correct today. It's because just when that happened, I don't want to just blame it on like the civil rights movement. It's really just evil in itself. It just broke up the family, and that happened generation after generation after generation after generation after generation, over and over and over. And it's still happening today. It's like being black is cursed, in a sense, you know, until you wake up and really see life. But that is like, I mean, like, you could just look at that in your own life, realistically. Like, look at your own mom, the black people. Look at your own mom, your own daddy. Like, were y'all like raised correctly in the right way with true love? You know, that's why you're the way that you are right now. That's why, you know, the white man has nothing to do with your life. It's your mom and your damn father that didn't raise you correctly. That is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, we ought to look at white people and other families and other stuff to ask them questions on, like, how did you raise them so correctly and so right? Man, it's these white men, like, I mean, my age, like 24, man, they got businesses, they doing stuff, they doing all this other stuff. I'm like, and they're like some raw, man, I'm telling you, like, some cool men. And it's like, once you really start to really, you know, live for yourself and all these other things, you start to just see, like, oh, you start to see, like, in this man, you start to see his father within himself, that grow within himself, and all this other stuff. You can just see his father in it. You just know that his father taught him the right way. You just know. And you can look at a crazy black person or a crazy person. Oh yeah, they weren't taught right. You just know that morally. You just know that. You know what I'm saying? You just know that. And what's crazy is that way back when, before this civil rights crap and before the homes were broken up, black people ran businesses. Black people ran plantations. They ran shoe parlors. They ran so many. They had land. Like, it was literally like what you think the white man is today. That's literally how black folks were back then. 100%. Like, yes, the slavery thing was happening, but that wasn't all black people. There were some black people that literally had that going on. I'm telling you. It's real. All you got to do is just look it up. Or, like, have, like, I don't know, most of, like, the people back in those times were, like, dying off. But, you know, I've learned this from, like, these these elderly black people, like men and women, that tell me about this life, what they actually lived. You know, like, I asked them about, hey, you know, what about the slavery thing? You know, like the this, that, and the third. Out the bam. She was like, you know, some of them they were like, yeah, like it happens, you know, and stuff like that. But it wasn't like what it is today. I mean, what they say about it. I'm just like, it really starts to make sense, because if you push this agenda, there's no ending to it. Oh, he's racist because he said the N-word, and then this, that, there's no ending. There's no ending to it, because it just doesn't make sense. And once you really start to see and research and learn, I'm telling you, the truth is out there. But blacks own land, they own this, they did that, businesses. Like, they were like, what you think the white man is today, black people were like that back then. 100%. Obviously, yes, blacks were slaves, but there were some true black men that were, like, really doing stuff. Owning schools and, like, literally all that. You know what I'm saying? So, realistically, that notion of that, like, you're enslaved to your own mind, not the white man, is because your own is the black people's own problem. Literally, it's their own problem. The only time a white man is going to appease to your oh, I'm slavery and all this stuff, is because he's weak and he hates everything about you. That's why he wants to appease you. He wants to make you feel good and all this other stuff, and not tell you the truth. If white men and Chinese people, whatever the case, were to tell black people the truth about what's real life, I bet you everybody would have a wake-up call. But guess what? They appease to this crap, and it just doesn't make any sense. I really don't understand it. But that's how most people live today, and that is really the reason why I'm telling you. Look at your own life. If your problem, if your mother and your father were to raise you correctly, independently, not think about your freaking skin color, and to raise you correctly, I bet you will have a different output in life. Me, I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised with my mom and my father in home. I had a stepdad, and my real father wasn't really there. But at the same time, I grew up like most of these black people. You know, I wasn't really too deep into the, you know, black thing, but later on down in life, I started to really just sit there and, like, really just ask myself, like, what's going on? Woo out the bam. You know what I'm saying? And I just started to see, like, bro, I'm really an individual. You know, I started to really test out like what that really means. Like when you walk into a situation, do white people have this little notion, and like do they really look at you, bro? It's just not. They don't. And I've been into many places, and I just don't deal with that crap. I don't. I really don't. And I see why that stuff happens. Yes, people have hatred. Yes, people hate people because of their color, but it's not because of racism and all that other crap. It's because of the evil that lives within people and that lives within yourself. But most people don't see that. So they blame it on this racism crap. And they blame it on, yeah, he don't like me because my hair look bad. Clean up your hair. Clean it up. It's not racism. Clean up your hair. You'll look a little better for yourself. You know? But anyways, I'll probably get a little bit more deep into this, but that's really the main reason why. Blacks are not blacks are not slave to the white man. They're enslaved to themselves. If they just have that open mind to just, you know what? I'm a free American and I could do whatever I want to do in this life. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. Whatever I don't want to do, I don't have to do it. But hey, it's kind of up to you. So, it's whatever.